ABC 50.
So you got your boom up right
That's
now.
what the
I
data
do.
rate is.
And the whole world is listening to your comment.
It used to be ABC 100, and we would only get an hour, but we switched to ABC
Al's the
50.
best. Al is the best.
They know you're lying. They absolutely
Yeah,
know.
1080. But I, right, Al? Not
Yeah, we're 1080.
I, no. Not progressive.
It should just be one standard.
Yeah. Well, that's why we have so many problems with the scan converter.
That's
Well, I
right.
think it's during the time section change there. But computers with
Oh, yeah. Yep. We have a black magic set up too.
that's right. So she's going to introduce it.
And Fox is 720.
On that, Fox.
No, we're
Oh, right.
721 now.
How long have you been doing this?
The only reason I remember that is because I was shooting to a Fox site. We were supplying cameras, you guys were supplying tracking. And I had taken the only camera that didn't have the card that would convert the output signal to 720.
That's true. So when you're
The truck can handle 1080.
They ended up converting it there. But initially, I was supposed to feed 720 in front of the
that's cool.
and I had the only flipping camera that didn't have that card.
Not much going on this month.
Oh, yeah, with like resets, yeah. Yes.
You started here a couple months ago? Nice. Where were you at?
I was in
That was on the campaign trail.
Ed, are we still 720? Are we still 720?
So we bought going. See, this to me.
that's right. I got to get you to explore it.
NBC's 1080.
ABC's it's great. It's ABC, CBS. That's an answer.
I mean, it's so dense.
No, like I said, the only reason I remember that you guys were 720 was the campaign event where Fox was providing the track and we were feeding the tracks. And my camera was supposed to convert, and I had the only camera at C-SPAN that wouldn't make the conversion. And they had to do it with the track. But they were able to do it, but it took some. It would have been so easy to have gone into the menu and go click.
Yeah, one camera.
I had the one camera to do it. That would have put out the 1080. That would have done 720.
So anyway,
Right? That you come over.
yeah.
What's worse, Steve?
Well, I had a card.
I just
Yeah.
well, I mean, well, put it this way, it's an island and you have to get onto it.
Just not the bridge.
You only have so many ways of getting onto the island. Yeah.
Yes, static and everything, so I just use I just call it on the tail line.
Normally we do that.
How do you do it?
Just
No,
no.
RTS.
Just regular
It's not working right. It's all crappy still.
And I think it's because we
This is Viper 2, Viper 1 is plugged in, it's going through Viper 2 receiver. And when that happens, the signal goes the RTS doesn't work.
because they were right over there. And that's what my second line was.
Although downstairs you could have just unplugged my Viper.
Once you start doing that, we've done that, but you said this was nice.
Oh, you know, sir.
It has to be the way you work. But then if you had to cross it back, the next person would have had it. Yeah, that's what it is. I've never done it. I've never crossed it. Oh, it works well. And normally it works.
Lock it down like shot's been in the last hour.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Vice President of the United States, accompanied by the Secretary of Homeland Security.
To adjust it. Well, good afternoon. Thanks, everyone, for being here. It's my great honor and pleasure to join you at the White House today. And we're here to salute the very brave heroes that work at ICE and CBP, and while we're at it, to thank all law enforcement. So thank you all for being here. As you know, and you heard on the panel before, these men and women have some of the most challenging jobs in law enforcement. Their jobs are truly unlike any other in law enforcement. Their missions are broad, and they are critical to both national security and public safety. Our nation is so fortunate to have so many outstanding officers and agents who have answered the call to serve. Earlier, we had the opportunity to hear from Commissioner McAleenan, Deputy Director Vitello, and some of our government and law enforcement partners. I want to give them a quick round of applause. I think they're over here. And I also want to take the opportunity to thank our other panelists, Governor Ducey, Senator Perdue, Sheriff Daniels, and Attorney General Marshall. Thank you for your support of all of DHS. Thank you. So let's talk quickly a little bit about what CBP and ICE do. They prevent known or suspected terrorists from entering or remaining in our country. They keep dangerous drugs off our streets. They protect us from cybercrime. They prevent counterfeit and dangerous materials from crossing our borders. They dismantle dangerous gangs. They protect intellectual property, prevent human trafficking, protect our children from online predators, and keep some of the most heinous criminals out of our communities. And those are just a few of the things they do. But despite these challenges and dangers, these men and women go to work every day and put themselves in harm's way to keep all of us safe. So today we are saying thank you to these brave officers and agents for the work they do every day to protect the American people. We're proud to recognize those in the room with us today and the tens of thousands around the country and across the globe standing watch and on patrol. I want to thank each of you at CBP and ICE, as well as the more than 50,000 law enforcement officers throughout DHS, for your dedication to our mission. And I want to thank your families. Some of those are here today, because when you serve, they serve. And we want to thank them and let them know that they'll always be part of the DHS family. I'm committed, yes, I'd like to thank the families too. And I do want each of you at CBP and ICE to know that I am as committed to each of you as you are committed to our country. I want to thank the President for his unwavering support of ICE and CBP and all of DHS, and for hosting us at the White House today. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is always my distinct honor to introduce a great friend of DHS and law enforcement across the country, someone who understands their sacrifices and dedication, the Vice President of the United States, Mike Pence.
Thank you. Thank you, Secretary Nielsen, and please be seated, be comfortable. Governor Ducey, Director Vitello, Commissioner McAleenan, distinguished members of Congress, to all the leaders from state and local level, and especially to all of you who wear the uniform and serve on the front lines of law enforcement and homeland security, to your families, and especially to the precious families of our fallen officers. It is my great honor to join you here today as we pay tribute to Immigrations and Customs Enforcement and Customs and Border Protection. You are heroes all. Good. President Trump convened this gathering to pay a debt of gratitude to all of you who have stepped up to secure our borders and enforce our laws. I've seen firsthand your courage and your selflessness. This year, I had the privilege to meet with many ICE and CBP officers at the Hidalgo Port of Entry in McAllen, Texas, at El Centro Station in Imperial, Florida, and even at ICE headquarters not far from here in our nation's capital. I know that you make an extraordinary difference in the life of our nation and for the safety and security of our people. Last year, CBP accounted for more than 310,000 apprehensions at our borders, including more than 8,100 dangerous criminals. Thanks to your efforts, our nation refuses entry to 10 known or suspected terrorists every single day. Job well done. And at a time of unprecedented criticism of ICE, the American people deserve to know that last year alone, ICE arrested more than 127,000 criminal illegal immigrants, including nearly 5,000 gang members, and ICE rescued nearly 1,000 victims of child exploitation from their captors. To all the members of law enforcement here, be confident that you have the support of the overwhelming majority of the American people, and also be confident in this. You have a champion in President Donald Trump. Working with members of Congress, this president has enacted the largest increase in border security funding in nearly 10 years. He's increased funding for ICE and CBP by nearly $3 billion. And we've already started to build that wall on the southern border. As we speak, President Trump is working with the Congress to provide additional funding and to close dangerous loopholes that too often serve as a magnet of vulnerable families, drawing them to our southern border. And as President Trump will again make clear today, in this White House, we are with you. We will never stop fighting to give you the resources and the respect that you deserve. So to the heroes of Immigration and Customs Enforcement and Customs and Border Protection, you have our support and our gratitude. You embody the best of America, and you inspire the American people every day. And as you continue your courageous service, know also, not only do you have our support and our gratitude, but you have our prayers. And I know the prayers of the American people, that as you secure our borders and enforce our laws, we'll continue to pray that no harm will ever overtake you, that He will guard you in all your ways. With your continued dedication and service, with the support of these members of Congress, with leaders at the state and local level, and with President Donald Trump in the White House, I know we will make America safe again, and we'll have all of you to thank. So thank you. God bless you. And God bless America.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States.
Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you. Wow. Thank you very much. That's really for ICE, I have to tell you. That's not for me. That's for ICE. Please sit down. We're here today to salute the incredibly brave patriots who keep America safe, the heroes of ICE and CBC. To everyone here today from Immigration and Customs Enforcement, Customs and Border Protection, I want to let you know that we love you, we support you, we will always have your back, and I think you know that. I want to thank a true and loyal friend of ICE and CBC, our wonderful Vice President, Mike Pence. Thank you, Mike. Beautiful. Thank you, Mike. Stand up, Mike. Stand up. Great, Mike. Great job. I want to share my profound appreciation for our wonderful Secretary of Homeland Security, Kirstjen Nielsen. Where's Kirstjen? Kirstjen, thank you. Thank you. Great job. You're doing a great job. Not easy. If we got some good immigration laws, she'd really set standard, but we've already broken every record in the book, haven't we? So thank you very much, Kirstjen. Everyone here today understands a vital truth that America is a land of opportunity because we are a nation of laws. For America to be a strong nation, we must have strong borders. Helping to lead that effort are great patriots in the audience today, including our new acting director of ICE, Ron Vitiello. Where's Ron? Ron, thank you, Ron. Stand up, Ron. Great job. Good. Thank you, Ron. And the Commissioner of U.S. Customs and Border Protection, Kevin McAleen. Kevin, thank you. The new chief of the U.S. Border Patrol, the first woman ever to hold the job, Carla Provost. Carla, thank you. Congratulations. Congratulations, Carla. And our new acting deputy director of ICE, Matt Albence. Where's Matt? Matt, thank you, Matt. Thank you. We're also grateful to be joined today by a really wonderful friend of mine and a tremendous senator, and that's David Perdue. David, come on, David. You've done a great job, David. We really appreciate it. People of Georgia really appreciate it, that I can tell you. Thank you very much. Many state and local partners are represented in the audience, including Arizona Governor Doug Ducey. Doug, thank you, Doug, for being here. Thank you, Doug. Great job you're doing. A wonderful man, Alabama Attorney General Steve Marshall. Steve, thank you very much. Thank you. Friend of mine, South Carolina Attorney General Alan Wilson, and sheriffs from all around the country. Thank you, Alan. Thank you. Sheriffs, thank you. Say hello to your father. Most importantly, let me extend my gratitude to every law enforcement professional representing ICE and CBC, enforcement and removal operations, Homeland Security investigations, ICE prosecutors, the Office of Field Operations, Air and Marine Operations, and Border Patrol. You're incredible people. You do an unbelievable job. You're not appreciated enough, but I'll tell you what, 99%, we get it. We really get it. We love you. We'll always be with you. We'll never let you down. Thank you very much for being here, too. Over the last year, these are incredible numbers, ICE and CBC seized more than 2.8 million pounds of illicit and deadly narcotics. A lot of people would have died. In the interior of our country, ICE officers arrested over 127,000 criminal aliens. And these are tough ones, too, aren't they, fellas, right? These were tough ones, including those charged or convicted of 48,000 assaults, 12,000 sex crimes, and 1,800 homicides. We need strong people to handle those people. We don't play games, right? We don't play games. Every day, on average, CBC prevents 10 known or suspected terrorists from entering the United States. What a job you've done. To protect our nation from smuggling, trafficking, drugs, crime, the men and women of DHS are building the border wall as we sit, and the wall is getting longer and taller and stronger each and every day. We've spent and will soon be spending about $3.2 billion, and we're looking for about $5 billion for this next coming year. We're building the wall step by step, and it's not easy because we have a little opposition called the Democrats. I guess they just don't mind crime. They don't mind crime. It's pretty sad. Just this past month, CBC officers at a single port of entry discovered more than 30,000 fentanyl pills, 62 pounds of meth, that's a lot, and 11 pounds of heroin. Two of those officers are here, Alfredo Olfato and David Sciordono. Where are they? Where are they? They're right here. Stand up, please. And Alfredo, David, thank you for the amazing job you've done. We all appreciate it. Everybody in this room, everybody in this country. Just over a week ago, a human smuggler was arrested in Laredo for locking, and really locking, a horrible 78 illegal aliens inside of a trailer. The Border Patrol agent who caught the accused and likely really saved many lives, he's here with us. And Adrian, where's Adrian? Adrian's here with us. Thank you, Adrian. Great job. Thank you. It's a lot of lives. That's great. Adrian, come here. I want to ask you a question. So, how did you come here? You're not nervous, right? Speaks perfect English. Come here. I want to ask you about that. 78 lives. You saved 78 people. So, how did you feel that there were people in that trailer? There's a lot of trailers around. Please. He didn't know he was going to do this, but it's just of interest.
First and foremost, thank you for allowing me to come from Laredo. On behalf of Border Patrol, thank you as well. It all started that day. I had a canine alert. The vehicle was referred to secondary, and once the vehicle was referred to secondary, or the truck trailer, was referred to secondary, the vehicle proceeded to elude and flee the checkpoint. Shortly after, the vehicle was stopped at the approximately 30-mile marker, which is a mile north of the checkpoint. Subsequently, I went out there and ran the dog, conducted a non-intrusive search of the vehicle, of the truck trailer, and once again, the canine alerted. And subsequently, I opened the little latch of the back of the truck trailer and revealed a lot of subjects. I quickly asked for backup, and backup got there, and the subjects were transported back to back to the checkpoint, and all of them were in good health.
Fantastic job. What a good job he did. What a good job. Now, you know, tomorrow he's like that so much. He didn't know he was going to do it. Tomorrow he will be announcing that he's running for office. Good job. 78 people saved. Thank you very much, Adrian. Last month, under Operation Eagle Shield, right here in the D.C. area, ICE officers arrested 132 illegal aliens, including criminal aliens charged or convicted of rape, battery, and strangulation. Among those arrested was a high-ranking MS-13 gang member who has 4 prior convictions for rape and federal warrant for felony assault with a deadly weapon. Bad, bad person. Enforcement and removal officers, Daniel Nichols and Mark Colazzo, together with Nancy Roto, each played a crucial role, and I want to thank you, officers, and I believe you're here. Where are you? Please, stand up. Stand up. Great job. You did a great job right here. Nancy, you want to say something? Come on up here, the three of you. I find listening to these folks, they're very brave. I find them a lot more interesting than listening to the president. Come on up here. Come on up.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you. It's an honor working for Immigration and Customs Enforcement. We're here to serve and protect our nation, and we're proud to do it every day. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Fantastic. You want to say? Go ahead.
Hello, everyone. My name is Mark Colazzo. I work for the Washington Field Office, and just as what we do is making everyone a safe and protected place for everybody. That's what my job is, and I appreciate everyone coming out here and commemorating and giving thanks. Thank you.
It's great people, brave people. ICE's Operation Matador recently led to the arrest of 325 members of MS-13, a vicious, violent, horrible gang, horrible group of people. And we're throwing them the hell out of our country so fast your head would spin, but too many were allowed in. Special Agent Derek Bergman, who helped lead the operation, is here with us today. And Derek, where are you? I want you to, you're a brave-looking guy. Come here, Derek, fast. Hurry up, Derek. Come on, please.
Well, I wasn't expecting this, but I guess I would say that, at Operation Matador, we had a lot of violence on Long Island and in the New York area. So the response started really with leadership that supported us and was able to allow us to go out there and do what we had to do. And it really speaks to the collaborative effort that we had with our state and local partners and other federal agencies, that everybody was able to get together and assist each other in different facets of the operation. And hopefully we were able to make a difference in the communities, because that's ultimately why we were doing it, was to make those neighborhoods safe for the people that inhabit them. So hopefully we're able to do that.
That's a beautiful job.
Thank you.
Beautiful. And I know Long Island very well, and I can tell you that when I hear some of the stories, I grew up there essentially, very near, and I know every one of the towns. And to hear some of the stories going on with MS-13, you wouldn't believe it. And they're doing an incredible job. They're actually liberating towns. Think of it. We're talking about liberating towns where you'd walk down the street at night 20 years ago, 30 years ago, you wouldn't even think about it. People didn't lock their doors. And today we're liberating towns, and this is what we have coming in, but we're getting them out. We're also, thank you. It hits home when you know the towns. It hits home when you grew up there. That's where it really hits, when you can't even believe it's happening. We're also deeply honored to be joined today by family members of 4 fallen Border Patrol agents, Luis Aguilar, Nicholas Ivey, Rogelio Martinez, and Brian Terry. And I just met the folks and the people and the children, and these are incredible people. Could I ask you to stand, please? What incredible people. Incredible. Just took pictures backstage, and there's some wonderful people looking down on all of us today. You know that, right? Great people looking down on us, and they're very happy and proud of you. Our gratitude to all of you and the memories of your loved ones, because they will be honored and cherished forever in our hearts, in all of our hearts, everybody in this room. Thank you very much. Today I sent a letter to state and local leaders across our nation asking them to pledge their full support and cooperation with the officers and agents of ICE and CBC. Sadly, in recent months, incredibly, I have to say, incredibly, a coalition of open borders, extremists, and to me that means crime, people that don't mind crime. They mind it when it happens to them. They don't mind it when they have to watch it on television, have waged an unprecedented assault on American law enforcement, our greatest people, threatening ICE and Border Patrol for performing their duties admirably, and for defending our country from horrible people and horrible, horrible events and crimes. In major cities across the nation, these open border radicals have blocked access to ICE buildings, to face public property, and threatened public safety. And what you hear in the newspapers and on the news is nothing compared to the way it really is. And we're stopping it very, very strongly. But that you have to go through what you're going through, and for you having to be demeaned by people that have no idea what strength is really very sad, and we fight it very hard. And I can tell you, all of these people right here and all of the people in this room, we will never let you down. And I will also say, you're talking about the vast majority. I don't mean like 51%. I mean like 88%, 93%. I've seen numbers. They're all with you. It's just a small group that gets a lot of publicity because they have no courage, they have no guts, they just have big, loud mouths. And we don't want to put up with that. And I just want you to know that you're loved. You're loved and you're respected as much as anybody in this country is respected. Last month, the mayor of Portland, Oregon, shamefully ordered local police to stand down, leaving federal law enforcement officers to face an angry mob of violent people. Leading members of the Democrat Party have even launched a campaign to abolish ICE. In other words, they want to abolish America's borders. And when you think about it, I'm working on it all the time. They come in, we're protecting borders of other countries, but we don't protect our own borders. How about that? Spending billions and billions of dollars in other countries, in some cases places we shouldn't be, to protect their borders, but we don't protect our own border. We condemn these shameful attacks on our great law enforcement. Any politician who puts criminal aliens before American citizens should find a new line of work, because it's not going to work. It's not going to work. And any politicians that get up and say that our country was never great, you heard that. I think that's the end of that career. Congressional Democrats have opposed Kate's Law, opposed legislation to crack down on MS-13 thugs, and supported deadly sanctuary cities, which are a disaster and which are becoming, on a weekly basis, more and more unpopular with the public. A lot has happened in the last 2 years. Last month, House Democrats even boycotted a resolution supporting our brave ICE officers and agents. But I will say this, the Republicans were with you all the way, all the way. And we won. We won. This new wave of anti-borders, anti-law enforcement extremism, and shameful, dangerous, it's horrible in every way, and it's going to stop. It's going to stop right now. It's going to stop today. We slowed it down. Now we're stopping it. We will never surrender our nation to the forces of anarchy and chaos and crime. We will not allow our communities to be consumed by deadly poisons and violent predators. The poisons are flowing across our border, and we're hitting it from every angle. But we need new laws. We need border laws. We need immigration laws. We need them fast. We're going to get them. Hopefully the midterms will help toward that end. I think we're going to do very well in the midterms, and this is one of the very big reasons. The fact is, people respect law and order, and they love our law enforcement. And I think we're going to have much more of a red wave than what you're going to see as a phony blue wave. Blue wave means crime. It means open borders. Not good. We will not stand for the vile smears, the hateful attacks, and the vicious assaults on the courageous men and women of ICE and Border Patrol and law enforcement. We will protect those who protect us. The extremists who attack ICE and CBC
like to portray themselves as champions of social justice. They are not. But their radical policies are the ultimate injustice, hurting innocent Americans and spilling innocent blood. People are dying because of their either lack of knowledge, lack of understanding, or just plain stupidity. Last year alone, sanctuary jurisdictions and local communities unleashed nearly 8,000 criminal aliens onto our streets. Our laws are no good. Our immigration laws are broken. They've been broken for many years, and the world is laughing at us. The world is laughing at the stupidity of what we have done with immigration. But we're getting it changed, and it's actually taking place much more so and much quicker, I think, than anybody understands, because people really now understand the problem. We're pushing very, very hard. In California, Sanctuary Policy has released a domestic abuser. He is a suspected killer. They think he killed his girlfriend just 2 weeks after his release. It will be determined very shortly, and I have a feeling you all know the answer. In the sanctuary city of Philadelphia, local officials refused to cooperate with ICE. We have a lot of ICE people here that know exactly what happened there, and they released a previously deported illegal alien back onto the streets after his release. The illegal alien raped and battered a child. In recent weeks, an elderly homeless woman in New York City was allegedly beaten to death by a twice-deported illegal alien. 2 women in Oregon were sexually assaulted by an illegal alien previously deported 20 times. You hear that? 20 times. The list goes on and on. The true champions of justice are right here in this room, and they're proudly wearing the badge of American law enforcement. My pledge to each and every one of you is that my administration will not rest until you have the resources, the tools, and the authorities you need to do your job and do it properly and do it strong. You're saving lives. You're saving a lot of Americans. We will stop sanctuary cities. We will end the ridiculous policy of catch and release. Think about that. Just think about it. You catch somebody bad, you take their name, and you release them. And except for politics, the Democrats all know it's wrong. But politics is absolutely paramount over law enforcement, safety, crime. We have to get people in that are going to do what's proper. I'll do what's proper. I'd vote the other way if I thought it was the proper thing to do. I don't have party lines. We will pass at some point, hopefully in the not-too-distant future, Kate's Law. It's a great law, and it's sitting, waiting for a vote. We will destroy MS-13, and we will secure our border once and for all. You are the patriots, and you are the heroes, you are the fighters, and you are the warriors for justice. You are great people. You keep us safe, you keep us free, and you make us very, very proud. Very, very proud. You don't know what I'm talking about, right? You know that. Your father, you know that. And we're proud of them. I'm honored every single day to serve as your commander-in-chief. I will never leave your side. I will never leave the fight. I will never, ever let you down. So on behalf of a grateful nation, let me say once more, thank you for your service. You are truly incredible people. God bless you. God bless law enforcement. And God bless America. Thank you very much. Thank you.